Deadly germs are creeping over the earth, killing every human.
Hey guys, welcome back. Today I want to show you something that is near and dear to my heart. It's what the Filipinos like to call the baby ARMALITE. They refer to it because it is a very short-barreled AR-15 platform. Here in the United States though, we build these to conform with our pistol laws. So instead of having a butt stock, say for example like on a regular baby ARMALITE, we employ things like this Shockwave from CAC Industries. As you can see, this right here, this is one of our custom pistol builds here at Private Sector Arms. We utilize a private sector logoed billet receiver that's actually manufactured by a company out of Georgia called Skyjacker. This is the model we refer to as our Predator because we utilize the Olympic Arms Predator handguard, and it allows us to get this kind of HK MP5 SD look, to have the silencer look a little bit more integral. Smooths out the lines, gives you just enough rails on the sides to hang whatever you want, sights, and the usual. On this particular build, we've used things like Yankee Hill easy pull takedown pins, the magazine release, and the ambidextrous 45-degree safety selector here. These are Seekins Precision type parts here. This 45 degree, I don't know how many of you are familiar with this particular one, but normally when you go to take the safety off of your firearm, it actually swings down to about a 90-degree level. It's problematic though if you have an ambidextrous safety because your finger is indexed over here, and when you go to take the safety off, this safety ends up pushing your finger down and it gets in the way and it's pretty uncomfortable. So somebody came up with a great idea, and that was to change it so that way when you put it at a 45 degree, it still shut the gun or opened it up to fire and turned off the safety. And that kept this from getting in the way. Another thing this has is a Magpul bad lever. This is your bolt catch here. Normally, people utilize it by pushing on the bottom in order to lock that slide open so they can inspect it. And then when they drop it, they hit the button on the side. So what this thing does is it actually transfers control of that button right over here to your trigger finger. So you can push up on it, locking it back into place, dropping, changing out your magazine, and then when you reload it, you just push it down like so. So during the whole time, you're maintaining proper, safe handling of your firearm in your work area. I want you guys to meet somebody. This is my wife, Myra.
Hi.
Here you go.
This is our specialty here in Private Sector Arms. As what Don said, this is the Predator. I know how to take this apart, but it will take me a long time to do it. I met this guy in the suburb. Oh, just kidding. No, I met this guy in back in my town in Zamboanga City.
Was it before or after I showed you my muscles?
No, after I saw all your rings in your fingers, like 10 of them, and he told me that he has kids, and that's what made me fall in love with this guy, because he's honest at the very beginning.
No, actually, she was on her way to the U.S. to go see her sister, and I had met her a couple weeks earlier.
Yes.
And while she was there, we just kind of hit it off and went out a little bit, and next thing you know, she decided not to go to the States.
Yep.
And instead stay with me and live in a small nipa hut in the jungle.
That's not true. We have a big house in Zamboanga.
It is now.
It is now.
It wasn't then.
Yeah, true. We have 2 kids together. Their names are Ronin and Ragnar. Ronin came from a Japanese name which means masterless samurai. Ragnar means the son of God, which is, if you guys watch Vikings, then you'll be a fan of Ragnar. And then we have another 3 kids that came from my heart, which is Rowan, Sophia, and Roman. So all in all, we have 5 kids. They love studying about guns, they talk to people. They have their free time, they come in the shop and clean the shop, help us set up the shop.
While I was here in the United States and just before the attack of ISIS in the southern Philippines, during that time, my wife and all my kids were over there, about 8 hours or so away from where all the beheadings were happening and where the siege of the city was. And so one of the responsibilities of our 16-year-old son was to carry a fully automatic version of one of these little AR-15s and be the guy that rode shotguns, so to speak. And given enough training and given enough importance in your life, your kids can be a very valuable asset to you in regards to your overall security of the team of your family and securing your house and everything.
Education, when it comes to guns, can bring your kids to more of an open mind when it comes to this industry. So they will, educate themselves too. And when they have their own families, they will do the same thing, and they will not be scared, because that's the main thing. When it comes to guns, everybody says, it's when it comes to guns, it's negative. It's always negative when it comes to guns, but it's not. Trust me, I didn't grew up with guns, and I just now learning about all this stuff, and it's fun.
Yeah, the guns you grew up with were all carried they were all carried by rebels and whatever.
Yeah,
you
true.
say fake guns, but fake guns in this country seems like, like my plastic gun is a fake gun. Like this airsoft gun over here is a fake gun. Your fake guns actually shoot. That's the problem. They're fake because they're clones. They're locally manufactured versions of very famous guns. So they're fake, but they're real guns. They really shoot. Like in America, we like to, the people that are into firearms and into sporting and stuff like that and self-protection, they do raise their families like that, and they do all that stuff. In the Philippines, it's not a very common thing.
It's not, because we don't have the Second Amendment rights.
Right.
And that is not part of our culture. That's not part of, back in the Philippines when I was a kid, I knew guns is only a hobby. People go out, shoot, that's about
rich.
it. Yeah, the rich ones.
The rich ones,
they're the
ones that got guns.
Yeah, and when we were there, cannot believe how this gun is really so expensive.
It was $1,500 for a $400 gun.
I knew that gun was really cheap because it's only $400, so the difference is really huge, but it helped us a lot.
That was the year that we had the kidnap threat.
Right, so it helped a lot, our family, our protection and everything. And for us, guns is not just guns. Guns is also, for us as a family, as a Tig family, it's an investment. What he loves, I love. What I love, he loves too. So it's just give and take.
Wala lang. You want to say something in Filipino?
Magandang hapon sa inyong lahat. Buenas tardes con ustedes todos. Takikita na Private Sector Arms. Era tamira ustedes ara. Kan interview ka namon. Habla lang kami kosa-kosa. Pero chenyo, especialmente chenyo kung Ken Mangrit, especialmente kung JR Salanggit. Thank you for protecting my family when I was there. Gracias na todo kay Talyakan, noy kakanamundiha, kung doon si Don. To my Uncle Moonlight, thank you también na todo. Noy to kanamundiha, yan titata, todo con ustedes. Thank you. And thank you for supporting us.
Oh, ako rin.
Wow.